All right, let's go to our next game. San Francisco 49ers at Minnesota Vikings. We start with Brock Purdy versus Sam Darnold. 12th best matchup for Darnold. Excuse me. Worst matchup for Brock Purdy. Take that for what it's worth. 1 week sample size. New York Giants were their opponent. Not really. I don't think the Vikings are going to be the worst matchup for quarterbacks. I don't think they're a good matchup for quarterbacks. Having said that, I think I still have Purdy at 14, and Sam Darnold is way out. He's at 26. Darnold is a start him if you have to in Superflex. Other than that, he's not on my radar. Brock Purdy is likely going to be in your lineup unless you have a much, much better option, which is probably not likely at this point with how inconsistent quarterback's been so far. Or how awful it's been, I guess. Running backs, we have Christian McCaffrey, who is likely to not play this one, which brings us back to the Jordan Mason effect here. He has the 4th worst matchup against Aaron Jones on the Vikings, who is the 19th best matchup. I don't know if I have this one ranked or adjusted just yet. I do, okay. So I have CMC out of my rankings. I think at this point I've just assumed he's done. Aaron Jones is my highest ranked. He is at running back 19. Jordan Mason I have low. I think I took McCaffrey out, but I didn't bump Mason up. Did I bump Mason up? I can't find Jordan Mason here. Oh, I did. Never mind. I accounted for it. I have Jordan Mason at RB11. So there we go. Excuse me, guys. Like I said, whatever 49er starts at running back in this game, it's they're going to be an RB1, so I'm comfortable starting Mason, obviously CMC if he does play, but he won't. Josh Jacobs, I think, is a high-end to mid-range RB2 at worst, and that's all I'm looking to start there. Ty Chandler's not really on my radar. I'm sure there's situations where teams are absolutely desperate for a flex, and they can, but I don't love it. The wide receivers here, we've got Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, on the 49ers, 16th best matchup. The Vikings have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Jalen Naylor, who came out of nowhere to kind of play the TJ Hawkinson role, the coaching staff said, which is interesting. 10th best matchup there. JJ is going to be my highest ranked when I flip over here. I can pretty much guarantee that. JJ checks in for me all the way down at 12, a whopping 12. Deebo checks in at 13. Ayuk at 17. Ayuk worries me quite a bit. Looked out of sorts. Team, he even said in between the weeks here that he didn't feel up to game speed. And this is what I hate about the holdouts. Even if they're here for week 1, they've missed a ton of practice. It even looked to affect CeeDee Lamb. So that's definitely a thing. Jordan Addison I have as basically unplayable. He's down in the 50s for me. So I am not looking to start him anywhere. On to the tight ends, one of my favorites, George Kittle for the Niners, 22nd best matchup. Minnesota, it's the 5th worst matchup for their tight ends. Josh Oliver, Johnny Munt. Is it Johnny Munt? It is Johnny Munt. I'm surprised I remembered that. Not a great matchup either way. Kittle is going to check in for me in the top 5, I think. Let me check. Kittle is at 4. Vikings tight end, we scroll all the way down to still scrolling. Josh Oliver at 35. That's not great. So obviously you are firing up Kittle, who could definitely see an increased role if Brandon Ayuk is not up to speed here. But you're not really considering anyone on the Vikings.